What we're going to do in this webinar today is just basically I'm going to run through, and it's going to be pretty quick because I want to get through a lot of the different features, but just some different things that you can do with the TRW Stone Wizard version 2.08. Now this is just going to be basic, so if you already own the Stone Wizard and you know most of the things that it does, then it's not going to do a whole lot for you. But those of you that are actually new, looking into seeing if the TRW Stone Wizard is going to be a good software or a good solution for your business, then we will obviously be covering a lot of information that will be great for you to see if it's going to work in your workflow that you're currently using. So I'm actually working in CorelDRAW X6 here, and I'm using the TRW Stone Wizard version 2.08. First thing I wanted to check real quick as far as everybody that's in here, it looks like we got a good amount. Looks like we have about 70 of you so far in here. We had just over 100 sign up for the webinar here today, so I'm sure some more will be coming in. But what I wanted to do real quick is just do a quick poll, and I'm going to try this out just to see how many of you currently own the TRW Stone Wizard. So if you could answer the poll here, should be coming up for you. Okay, looks like most of you have voted already. 92%, 96%. Uh-oh, looks like one of us is out there hasn't voted yet. That's probably a Jay Wade. 100%, awesome. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close that poll down real quick. Thank you very much for that. Now, real quick, if you currently own CorelDRAW X5, X6, or X7. And the reason why I'm saying X5, X6, or X7 is the TRW Stone Wizard version 2 is compatible with the latest 3 versions of CorelDRAW, X5, X6, and X7. All right, perfect. So it looks like 67% of you do currently own CorelDRAW, 33% of you do not. So that's awesome for those of you that don't own CorelDRAW, for you to be able to see kind of what you can do with CorelDRAW in the webinar here today. So thank you very much for the votes there. Now let's go ahead and get going. So as you can see, here's our layout in CorelDRAW. Now in CorelDRAW with the wizard. So the reason why we created the TRW Stone Wizard in CorelDRAW is for a couple reasons. First off, when we did our research, we noticed that over 70% of businesses in the industry currently own CorelDRAW, and it's a great vector-based program that you can do a lot with. So instead of creating a standalone program that you would need to relearn all the tools, all the buttons, everything with a huge learning curve, what we decided to do was build our software off CorelDRAW. That way you can have a fully featured Rhinestone software inside of CorelDRAW and not have to relearn a whole interface. So you're already going to, most of you that have Corel or have worked with Corel know your main buttons over here. Those of you that are brand new, again, we have different basic CorelDRAW, intermediate, and advanced CorelDRAW webinars as well. And same thing with the wizard. So we have Dan, Mike, and Rudy who are also here with us today, so they are going to be able to answer questions for you. So as you're going along, as you have questions, you can just put them in the comments or the question box there that you see. They'll be able to answer all those for you. I'm not going to get off too much just because I want to be able to get as much in this webinar as possible to be able to show you all the different features, okay? So we got 54 minutes left for me to show you as much as I can that the wizard can do for you. Honestly, if I showed you everything the wizard could do, it would be a 3-day webinar. So let's go ahead, and I just want to show you our interface here. So basically on the left side here, you're going to see a bunch of different colors. Now these are all of our stone colors. If you look at the very bottom, look right down here, you're going to see as I hover over these different colors, it's going to show what color stone it is. Okay? We call these our quick click color buttons. So anytime you want to change a color of something very quickly, let's say for example we just have a circle here, okay, and we want to change that to a light orange fill or a green fill or a blue or a yellow, you can see how easy it is to click on those. So these are a quick click color buttons. If you right click it, it's going to change the outline. So see, this is white or the copper with a black outline. If I right click it, it's going to change it to those other colors. All right, perfect. Now what we can do is you also have the ability to customize all of your quick click colors. So say for example, you see we have a lot of colors there, but say for example your favorite colors you want up here at the top. All right, or there's some colors that we have that are off the chart here. So you can see all of your colors on our drop-down menu here. But if I click on this little pen tool, which is our edit tab, it's going to pull this up. So if I wanted, let's say, that TRW pink that's not even on our chart right now to the very top, I could click on that, hit the up arrow to move up slowly, or I can just hold the shift key and hit the up arrow and it moves it to the very top. Let's say that's my third most used color. I want that third in line. Just down arrow a couple times. We're perfect there. Let's go ahead and hit save. And now we come pull it back up. Look what's right there, TRW pink. So completely customizable to your workflow as far as the quick colors. And not only that, you can also create your own colors. Let's say we go to that edit there, and that TRW pink, let's say the pink isn't really the right color pink that you think of. So I could go in here and I could change the RGB color to, let's say, a 1. See how it turned it into like a hot pink? Let's say you're buying stones from somewhere else for some reason, and you got a hot pink. So we could change the name of it as if we want as well. There's our hot pink. We're going to go ahead and hit add, hit shift, bring it to the top, hit save. Now in the wizard right here, it's going to pull up. Look what's at the very top and in our drop-down menu now, hot pink. So you can customize your color to any RGB color that you want. All right? Makes sense with that? Now let's move on. Here is our stone sizes. Drop down, we have 6s, 8s, 10s, 16s, 20s, 30s, 34s. Let's say, for example, you cut your SS10 stones with your cutter at 0.131 inches instead of 0.129. Again, we designed the wizard to work for you and how your workflow is. So for example, we want it to be completely customizable for you to make it as easy as we can on your actual business. So if you have a cutter that cuts circles a little bit larger, a little bit smaller, you want this to the 0.131 inches. Again, just click on your edit tab, go to the SS10s. We have a variance. You can change your variance to anything you want, but let's say right now it's saying for SS10s, anything in this 0.120 to 0.131 variance is going to make it 0.129 for you automatically. But we want it at 0.131. Go ahead and hit add, hit save. When the wizard pulls right back up here, there we go. SS10s are now 0.131. I like it at 0.129, so I'm going to go here, change it back to 0.129, hit add, hit save, and now we're back to 0.129. So again, we want you to be able to change it to any size you want at any time for depending on if you're using a CAMS machine or you're cutting sticky flock template material, anything you want. All right, you got the colors right there. Next, we have our quick change buttons for changing stone sizes. So, for example, if I have a stone design, and let's just pull in a small stone design here. We'll pull in one of our fonts real quick. So if I just bring this font in here real quick, and let's just go ahead and break that apart. Let's make most of it go away. We just want a couple of them in here for right now. So there we go. We got a Z, A, B, and C. Now, with these quick click ones, a couple different ways I can change the size of this. If I click on it now, it's 0.129 inches. It's set perfect for SS10s. If I come up here and click on 16s, and then again, it gives you exactly what it's going to do, what each button does at the bottom here. So if I highlight over this, resize your rhinestone design with one click. Bam, there you go, one click, and you're now at 0.173 inches or SS16s. I can highlight it again. I can go to 20s and resize. Now we're at 0.208 or SS20s. Okay? Well, the quick change buttons right here that we have, if I hold the shift key and let's say I click on this 6, I can make that button correlate with any stone size I want. So let's say I use SS20s a lot. I can change that to a 20, hit save. Now you can see it's changed to 20s. So if this design right now were SS10s, and I resized it, instead of having to click up here, pick the stone size, come over here and hit resize, I can just highlight the design, left click SS20s, and it's done. Okay? If I want it at 10s, there's 10s. 16s, 20s. Okay? Obviously the most used stones are the 6s, 10s, and 16s, so that's why I had it set there. Hold shift, we can change it right back. SS6s, put a 6 there, hit save, highlight it, left click, now it's 6s. Now you can also use a right click feature here. Let's say you wanted more spacing between these stones, so you can increase the size a little bit. So now you can see it's at 0.117 inches, not the right size for our SS6 stones. If we highlight it, right click on that 6, see what it did there? Now you have more spacing between it, because what it did, it didn't want to resize the entire design. All you're telling it to do is change the 0.117 at that time inch circles to 0.097. And that's an easy way to add more spacing to your design. Drag it out, right click, see all the spacing? Now when I drag it way in and right click, see obviously now it's too tight of spacing. So easy way to do that if you wanted real tight stones, or drag it out, right click if you want more spacing between. Alright, everybody get that part? Okay, so next in list right here, resize your design with one click. We went through that. This is resize with the stone size selected. So basically what I was just doing right there, if I drag it out, it's going to change it to 10s. So bam, there's SS10s. Bring it out, there's SS10s. Same thing, but with the quick click buttons over here, you can do it a little bit quicker for changing your sizes. Next, we have our lock stone size. Lock stone size comes in very, very handy when you're doing multiple stone sizes. So let's say, for example, we wanted to have some, I'm going to just click on a couple of these and change them to 6s, and I'm going to just use my B-spline tool here real quick. Pretty cool tool I'll go into here in a little bit, but if I go respace, I can add a stone if I want, clear it out. So now I have a mixture of 6s and 10s, alright? So what I can do is highlight it all. Now if I just resize to SS10s, watch what happens. Left click, yes, see that? That changed those SS10s. Now if I wanted to add more spacing, what I could do is highlight them. I'm going to lock my stone size, so my stone size is set, drag it out, and then replace stone size. See what it did now? It kept those 6s there, kept those 10s there, but added more spacing. All right, very, very useful tools that you're going to use a lot once you're using the wizard, but just wanted to go through those real quick just to show you. All right, next we have in line, find same size selected. So let's say I want to find all the SS10s, just click on one of them, click on find same size, and you can see it pulled all the 10s but left the 6s. Next one we got, let's change a couple colors here. Let's go with a blue there, let's go pink here. So next thing we have, let's click on the second one in, find same color selected. So let's say there's a couple pinks over here too. So a couple pinks there. If I click on one of them, click there, select same color, you can see it pulled just the pink stones. If I click here, select same color, it's going to pull just those cobalt stones. All right, makes it very easy to select your different stone sizes. What you can also do is find the same size and color. So let's click on this one here. The last one is same size and color. Click on that. What that did, it was looking for only SS10 pink. That's why it left that SS6 pink there. Okay? All right. So those are your main tools at the top there. Now what I want to do is go through some of our different text spacing, the nudge objects, everything there. So I'm going to try and fly through all these quickly and just show you real quick what they can do so we can get into some of the cool features too. But any questions real quick as we're going along, make sure as we're going along, even though I may not go off track too much as far as what I'm doing, Rudy and Dan and Mike will be able to answer all your questions as well. All right, so next thing we have is our text spacing. You can use this, and the TRW Stone Wizard is not only for rhinestones. You can also use it with your heat transfer vinyls and everything else. So I got the word baseball there. If I hit the left arrow, it's going to tighten up the spacing. Right arrow, spread out the spacing. If I just click on text spacing, it's going to give me the option to just drag them like this and move them all around. Pretty cool feature you're going to use a lot when you're doing different types of designs. All right, next one, we got baseball and baseball. If I click on highlight both of those and I want to align those, I can just hit the up arrow or the down arrow. It's going to align them perfectly. If I want to align them to the right, you can see it aligned them perfectly to the right there. If I wanted to align them to the left, highlight them both to the left. Now they're aligned perfectly. If I want them aligned directly on top of each other, we got a yellow and a black one there. I just hit align objects and bam, they're aligned perfectly on top of each other, you can see. All right, and just to show you as I'm moving, I'm hitting Control Z as in zebra to go back. All right. Now, next thing we got, nudge objects. So we have a stone design. I'm just going to drop a stone here. Let's grab a cobalt stone. Right here is a drop stone button. So I'm going to drop an SS10 stone there. Now, I'm going to put another stone right next to it. Now, if I just want to nudge this over a little bit, you can see I can nudge it to the down, nudge it to the right, to the left, wherever I want. So very easy. You can also change how much you want it to nudge. So if I want it to nudge a lot more each time, you can see it's moving a lot more now, where the 0.01 is just nudging a tiny bit. So again, all customizable for you. Copy selected, very easy. It's just going to copy selected. So watch, if I go right, right, up, up, left, 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 down, 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 right, right, right. So as much as you want. And again, change the actual spacing between it. If I went 0.1, you can see the difference between it. So again, very simple tools, but things you'll use a lot when you're doing different designs. Okay, let's move that back to our original setting of 0.02. Now we have the fill between two stones feature. We got this stone, we got this stone. I'm going to hold shift so they're both selected, fill between two, and there you go. Very simple. Again, all it's going to do is fill between the two stones that you have selected. All right, let's get that out of there. Next in line, distribute spacing. So let's say you got this, 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 and this. Highlight all of these, distribute spacing, and it distributes all the spacing evenly. Okay. Next we got select by curve. Select by curve, what that means is if I draw a path here, so if I went here, 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 and here, and I'll show you, I'll miss this one on purpose, and hit select by curve, what it's going to do is pick up all of the stones that that line was touching. Again, very cool tool when you're working with different designs. So we got our individual stones. Two color magic text. Very cool feature, especially when you're working with some of our Rhinestone True Type fonts. So I'm going to type out, let's go football. Got the word football here. And I'm going to go to one of our fonts. This is our font tab. I'm going to type in TRW 45. I know this is a cool two-color font. So it looks like a one-color font right now. The way that we designed this Rhinestone True Type font is to be two colors. So when I click on two-color magic text, there you go. Now you got a two-color design. Highlight it. Back to our quick click buttons. SS10s. Yes. Boom. You're done. Set perfect for SS10 stones. And you're ready to go. Now again, remember you need to color separate these for separate templates. Highlight it, go to templates, create magic templates. Perfect templates right there ready to send to your cutter. Alright, let's go back to our edit tab. We got our two color magic text we just went through real quick. To front and to back, very simple. I'll just draw 3 squares here. Let's change them to a couple different colors. Bam, bam, and bam. So you can see right now the yellow is in the very back. If I just hit to front, it brings it to the front. Pink to back, it sends it to the back. So very simple. You can also invert your selection. So if you're working with rhinestones and you have 2 different color rhinestones, so let's go ahead and draw a square here real quick. And in our place and fill, we're just going to do a quick hatch fill. Let's go ahead and clear our paths out. And we have two different colors, our yellow and our pink. All right. And edit. We have, let's say we have all of the yellow selected here. So all the yellow is selected, invert our selection, and then it just changes it. It made it so I selected all the pink. If I want all the yellow now, invert my selection. Now I have all the yellow. Okay? Magic sections. Pretty cool feature here we got. So on the magic sections, what we can do, let's draw that square and that square. I'm going to show you three different options and the difference between them real quick. So watch this. I'm just duplicating those real quick. I'm going to highlight this. Let's do amethyst stones, and I'm just going to add stones to the path. So add stones to the path, click right there, and this is the result we get. So you can see on the corner there we got a little overlapping. Obviously we have overlaps in all the middle parts here where they're all combining. So not a very good outcome right there, right? So if we highlight this one right here with the squares and we hit corner detect and add stones to path, watch the difference we get. Remember our overlaps here and here and here? Well, those are all gone because I detected the corners. I told the wizard to find where those corners are, detect them, and make sure a stone goes perfect. But then, hey, I still got overlaps right there. Well, that's where our magic sections comes in. So highlight this design, hit magic sections. Now, what the wizard's going to do now is watch. When I drag this out, see how it broke it apart? So watch the difference here. Highlight, place and fill, add stones to path. See the difference? Perfect, perfect, even in here. Perfect, 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 perfect. So, worst result, a little bit better with the corner detect, perfect with the corner detect and the magic sections. All right? All right, let's go ahead and delete those guys. Back to our edits. Now at the bottom here we have a bunch of different tools. Very simple ones. One of the best ones is our respace feature here, and I'm going to show you that with our magic space. So I'm going to bring in a file here, and these are just some S's that I have, okay? So for example, this S right here, what you would do in most programs to fix this S is you would probably break it apart, and then you would move these stones around to fix all your spacing. So you go here, move this stone, try and get that there, zoom around. You got that part fixed, drag some over here, maybe add some stones in here. So a good amount of work with that S right there. Now with our magic respace feature that we have now, you can actually highlight the design, hit magic respace, and look at that. Now you can even still add stones to it to get your spacing perfect. I'm just hitting that up arrow, clear my paths, and look at the result we got there. So this one has SS6s, SS10s, and SS16 stones, so a mixture of stones. Highlight the design, magic respace. Look at how beautiful that is. So what we did is we actually taught the wizard to draw this line for us and draw it on a curve. So it follows from here to here to there's a space. Okay, keep that curve going and finish it off. Well, we also taught it to draw straight lines too. So I'm going to show you the difference between these two. If I highlight this design and I left click on magic space, we're going to get that outcome. Well, if I right click on magic space, looks somewhat similar, but watch when I grab it out. See how this one's drawing actually straight lines, where this one is curving the line along it. All right, so you have two different options. If you're working with a square or anything like that, you can right click it to make it respace with the straight lines, or left click it with the curves. And of course we wanted to make it so it would do multiple stone sizes and colors and not mix them all up. Highlight the design, magic respace, and you're good to go. All right, very, very cool respace feature that's used a lot. Another way that I use this a lot is for when you're doing a design with different size stones. So let's say, for example, you wanted all of these right here. Let's see what size these are right now. So right now, these are SS20s. So if you wanted those to be 16s, you could highlight them all, right-click to make them 16s, and then let's just add another stone to it, and let's do a magic respace, add a stone, clear the path, and see how you did that. So how easy was that to be able to just change it and get those multiple stone sizes in a cool font like that? Alright? Alright, next thing we got is our magic lasso. Magic lasso, we can actually bring this file back up and I'll show you how to do that. Magic lasso, if you have X6 or X7, the lasso feature's built in. Top left corner here, it's called the freehand pick tool. If you don't have that, you can actually just come in here and to your options, just do a freehand watch. I'm just going to draw a circle around those yellow stones. If I hit my magic lasso, it grabs just the stones that were inside that circle. Okay? So highlight it. Let's say I wanted this whole part of the S. There we go. Magic lasso. There's that whole part of the S. Alright? Again, make it very simple for you. Something that CorelDRAW X5 does not have, X4, anything below. So we actually created it in the wizard here for you. Next thing we have, group. So they're all grouped together now. And we got ungroup, and they're ungrouped. And this is ungroup all if you have multiple grouped options. Next on the list, if you have any overlapping stones, you can highlight it. You can mark your top layer overlaps. You can highlight it and mark your bottom layer overlaps, so it'll turn them all red, anything that's overlapping. Or you can merge your overlaps. So 3 different overlap features there. Highlight the design here. Let's click on Info. There is every single stone size and color we have in this actual design, plus the dimensions of the design. So it breaks it all down for you and gives you a total stone count. Alright, very easy there. Back arrow, forward arrow, and delete button. So if I want to delete all of these, just hit the trash can. Alright, so now I want to get into some of the actual cool features. Those are your basics. Those are things you're going to use a lot. But let's go ahead and get into some of this stuff. So one thing that we really wanted to get in the TRW Stone Wizard that a lot of programs I feel like miss on is the mockups. And the reason why we want mockups to be so good is we want you to be able to send something to a customer or a design to a customer, show them exactly what it's going to look like without having to make an actual physical proof. We don't want you to waste a shirt. We don't want you to waste the material. We want you to be able to show them exactly what that's going to look like so you can obviously get the sale on the shirt, but you don't have to tell them to try and imagine what something's going to look like. So let's say, for example, we'll pull over our Love Football design here. So we have this design here, and this is a design that we have on our website. I want to create this, and I want to create a cool mock-up for this design, and I want to use my leather football print with some glitter vinyl. Well, in the TRW Stone Wizard with the magic vinyl, what we do is, since it's our program, we have the ability to code it however we want. We have all of our heat transfer vinyls that we sell built into the program. So chevron print, there you go. The pink chevron, green chevron, zebra, the cobra print. Any type of print that you want, the different camos and the glitters, you can make it look exactly like that for your customers. So here we go. We want this design to be in the white glitter. We want this, instead of being a brown color or saying, hey, this is what it could look like if it were a football, just imagine it to look like the leather print. We can actually go to our fashion, click on the leather, and then look how awesome that is. It gives them that exact look that you're going to get on the shirt. So now what we can do, look how easy this is. Highlight this design. Let's go to our mockups. We want to add our logo to it. We want to name it Love Football. Let's get the caps right. Love Football Design. And we want to go ahead, and we have our logo saved in here. Every one of you can save your logo in the program. So we got our TRW logo saved there, and we want to throw this one on, let's say, a tank top. So let's drop it on a tank top real quick. Again, a real looking tank top, real proof. They want it on an orange shirt. Hey, no worries, just turn it to an orange shirt. You can see the wrinkles. You can see everything perfect. You can see the glitter vinyl, the leather print of the football. Your logo is going to be dropped right in there onto the mock-up, the size of the design, and the actual name of the design. So that's something that you can very easily send over to your customer, and you're going to be able to show them exactly what that shirt looks like, because the customer is going to come back and say, hey, can I see that on a long sleeve green shirt? Well, yeah, no problem. All you do, because the TRW Stone Wizard creates it on the second page, go back to page 1, you have your original design, highlight it, and let's go to that long sleeve shirt. She wanted to see what it looks like on a long sleeve green shirt? No worries. Highlight it, go to here, change it to a green shirt, and look how perfect that looks. You did that in a matter of 2 seconds. I mean, it was literally 2 clicks. You got your logo, the name of the design, the green shirt, the long sleeve, exactly what your customer's looking for. Now your customer's ready to buy that shirt, and you want to get them over a proof sheet for them to sign off on. Click on page 1, highlight the design. They liked the long sleeve green. I'm going to go here and I'm going to go proof front, long sleeve. So I'm going to click on the long sleeve there. Now what it's going to do is it's going to run through and put that exact design on a proof sheet. Let's put the green shirt and check out how awesome that looks. The green shirt, the design name, the size of the design, your logo. But then not only that, your price quote, your quantity, design name, shirt color, size, stones, design locations, additional notes, artwork approval, just saying that they need to send this back and they need to sign it, approving the artwork, saying, hey, yes, I approve the green shirt and that glitter white vinyl and that leather football print. So all of their customer information. See this stuff, 5 to 7 business day turnaround? Well, even better, again, like I always keep saying, that I want this program to go with your workflow and your business. I don't want it to just be a Rhinestone World thing. So I have a video that I've created on our YouTube channel that shows you how to find this proof sheet in the back end of the actual program, and you can go in and edit any of this text to anything you want. So if you have a three-day turnaround, you can go in, change it to 3-day. I show you exactly how to save it. So from now on, every single time you open that front proof sheet, it's going to open your custom one. So again, completely customize everything to your business and your workflow. All right? Everybody like the proof sheets? Pretty cool, huh? All right, so let's go ahead and delete these. Again, you could just go through them real quick and see them all. I'm just going to delete them. I did want to show you one other thing. How many of you out there currently do let's say you're doing a front design like this, and you put a name and number on the back? Like you put, say my wife comes in and buys a shirt from you online, or if you have a storefront and says, hey, I love the Love Football design, I want to put a name and number on the back. Are a lot of you doing that right now as far as customizing? Yeah, yep, okay. Yeah, it looks like most of you are. Good, good. So we got our love design here. Let's go ahead and make it, I'm increasing my workspace a little bit to 20 inches. Now what I can do is I can come in here, a couple things. I can customize the love up here at the front too. So if I wanted to say love number 23, let's say. I can go to my fonts, and let's say I want to use an impact font here. I got love 23, highlight this design. Let's put it right over here. Obviously we want a magic vinyl and change that to our glitter white. Now I can also move this down here, 23. I can make this a lot larger now. Duplicate it. Let's put a last name. My wife's coming in, buying a shirt from you. Watch how cool this is. So I'm going to put this to about 10 inches wide for the name. I got the number 23 right underneath it. And let's just say for some reason they wanted this to be a gold glitter. So perfect there. If I highlight this design here, I highlighted all of my love and 23. Watch what it's going to do. I'm in the workspace. I highlighted the front design. I'm going to come over here to my mock-ups again. This time I'm going to do a front and back. So front and back. Let's do the long sleeve again. Sure, why not? Front and back long sleeve. So I had the love selected. I'm telling the program, hey, put that on the front of the shirt, put the name on the back of the shirt, and then bam, there you go. They wanted the green color so it stands out a little bit more. There's our green. Look how easy that was. We got the program's going to lay it out perfectly for you. You can even change the background color right over here to the green so it's the same as the shirt. So again, everything completely customized for you, but we want to make it as easy as possible for you to be able to show your customer an awesome looking mock-up. All right. So enough with the mock-ups right there. There's a ton more. We have over 750 tutorial videos on our YouTube channel, so definitely check those out. We have a ton more with the actual mock-ups. All right. Next thing we got here is we got our export tab, our place and fill. So place and fill, very easy. You draw a circle here, and you want to add 3 rows to the outside. You want to add stones, and you want to space it off of that at whatever, 0.1. We don't need a corner to tack on, island fill, and there you go. You got 3 rows to the outside of that circle. Okay, that's very simple. If we did to the inside, island fill, there's to the inside of your path. If you want to go all the way to the inside, just highlight this, have nothing in there, and do an island fill, and look at that, all the way to the inside. And then obviously you might have a little bit of editing right at the middle there. Okay, let's go ahead and go back from there. Next thing we have, a very, very cool feature. Do many of you out there use heat transfer vinyls at all? Especially the glitter heat transfer vinyls like I've been showing in the different mock-ups. Watch this. Let's type out the word princess. I'm going to show you how easy it is. Most of you obviously know that you can't layer the glitter heat transfer vinyl directly on top of each other. So what you need to do is use what we call a trapping method. So we have the word princess here, right? And with the word princess, if I were to go ahead and cut this design right now, I would have some issues. So watch. If I go convert to curves, see right with the S's, those different lines, and I'll go to a wireframe to show you. See all of that? If you're cutting that with vinyl or heat transfer vinyl, the cutter is actually going to cut those lines because all of those paths are what's telling the cutter what to actually cut. All right? So let's go back to our enhanced view here, and we have princess. Well, watch what we can do here. Couple different things. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to weld that together. Now you can see all those lines are gone already. So again, if I go to my wireframe and I zoom in, see how nice it is now? Pretty perfect, huh? Okay. Well, that wasn't even anything with the wizard. That was just using CorelDRAW. Well, let's go back to my enhanced frame here. And I see a little click. I just want to delete those nodes real quick. And now what I want to do is I want to create, let's say you want to use some glitter heat transfer vinyl on this design. You want it to be 2 colors. So if I did not add stones, see what I did there? I did 1 island to the outside. I clicked this off so it doesn't add stones, and I did a contour of 0.1. And see how it did that blue outline? And I just did an island fill. So now watch what I can do. I'm going to left click and just turn that to yellow. If I right click, it gets rid of my outline. So this is what I'm left with. Now see, the princess back behind there is all welded together for you. The wizard did all of that part already. But as most of you know, with the glitter vinyl, my problem is I can't layer it directly on top of each other now. What I want to do is I want to be able to hollow out what's back behind there, but then also create a small offset for my trapping method. Well, watch how easy that is. If I highlight the entire design and I come over here to my magic trap, and if I clicked on that, it looks like the wizard did absolutely nothing, right? But look what it did. With 1 click right there, it took all of that out back behind it, so this black is going to get a full adhesion to your actual shirt. But not only that, if I go to my wireframe, see that? It has a slight overlap. Because if these lines right here were lined up perfect and they were like this, it would be impossible to layer those with the glitter vinyls, because you're going to hit different spots where your shirt's showing through. So that's why you trap it, to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room to make it look perfect. Okay? So I can come over here, back to our enhanced frame, and I had a quick question come in. Would you press the glitter vinyl, then the HTV? Okay, well, what that is you're actually, this gives you the ability to do glitter with glitter. So watch this. I got my black glitter there, and let's go to my magic vinyl. Let's say we wanted to do white glitter on the inside and hot pink on the outside. So awesome looking design, but now I can actually make a design with glitter and glitter, and watch how easy this is. I click on that, I go to mock-ups, they want it on a tank top, and I'm doing front and back right now, so it's going to put Princess on the front and the back since I have it selected. But watch if I change that to front only. So I can come over here, mock-ups, front only, they want it on a green tank top. It's going to pull up the tank top for me real quick with my logo, click on green, and bam, you're done. Glitter vinyl, perfect mock-up. They say, man, I want it yellow. No problem. There's your yellow. There's your aqua. There's your hot pink. Any color they want. There's your purple. Change it around. Perfect. Maria, as far as which layer you do first, Maria was asking. It doesn't really matter. What I normally do is the outline part first, because watch what happens. If I bring this to the front, see how it thins that out a little bit? All right, so I'll normally do the white first. So watch, if I send that white glitter to the back, then what happens is you have your white glitter underneath, and then the outline stays nice and thick and bold to be able to place right over top, and it traps the white in. Okay, does that make sense, Maria? All right, perfect. So how easy is that with the Magic Trap? It gives you guys the ability to use glitter, heat transfer vinyl, and layer it on top of each other with one click with your Magic Trap. Pretty sweet. All right, next we have in the place and fill. We have an island fill, offset fill, hatch fill. I'm not going to get crazy into those right now, but I showed you an idea of what they do. We also have some of our effects. So example with the effects, if I go to basic shape here, and let's just go to a heart design. And if I do a heart design, let's do about 5 inches. I want to do just a cool kind of explosion effect off of it. I can go, let's go 11 islands to the outside. I'm going to add stones, a little contour spacing, and I want to decrease my stone count every island that it creates by 10 and fade by 0.02. Island fill, and check that out. Clear my paths, and look at the cool look that you get. Kind of that scatter faded effect. Well, the awesome part about this is if I bring this heart over here, if I change this just a little bit, let's just change it to 6. Watch, you're going to get a completely different look. So if I highlight it, clear my paths, and I'll change the color of these so you can see them a little bit better. So I'll change them to an amethyst. But see how you got completely different looks there? You can change the fading, you can change the decreased stone count by, but it's a pretty awesome looking design to be able to do something that quick. So let's say you really liked this one here, and you wanted a couple different stone colors. Let's grab some citrine, let's grab some hot pink, and in the middle there we want crystal. For the heart, hey, they really like the leopard print. Let's go to our fashions or the panther print. They're going to do a panther print, highlight the design. It's 10 by 10. It's a pretty big design, but again, we can go to mock-ups. This time we can click on simulate stones, and we can click on whichever shirt we want. So we're going to simulate the stones in this design and also show the heat transfer vinyl. So it's going to run through as 958 stones to simulate. It simulated all those. You can see there's your heat transfer vinyl. When you zoom in, there's your rhinestone look. Come over here to your shirt. What shirt do they want? They want an orange shirt. Do they want a purple shirt? Whatever shirt they want, you can do. Another cool thing you can do, hey, they really want to know it's rhinestones. It's simulated by like rhinestones, but let's make it really look like rhinestones. If you click on the magic bling right there, watch this. I'm just going to click on a couple of these different stones here, and I'm bling, 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 and bling. So now it gives a sparkle effect to your actual mock-up that you send over to the customer. If you want to add a watermark real quick, just click here. You can go add watermark, and you can't see it a whole lot, but see how perfect that is? You can see the rhinestoneworld.com watermark. That's just going to protect your image when you post it on your website so other companies can't steal it. All right? Pretty sweet. All right, let's go on, move on to a few other things. So our export tab. Oh, you know what? Let me pull that back up. I'm going to show you else something cool. As most of you know, when you're working with rhinestones, you need to color separate them. So you need multiple templates. Well, with the Sticky Flock template material, you want to make sure that those templates are the exact same size square. So basically here I would need a template for the hot pink, a template for the crystal, a template for the citrine, and then I would also need a template for my heat transfer vinyl. Yeah, that's probably going to be a pain in the butt, right? Let's grab this. Let's draw a square here. And then I need to probably select all the pink and duplicate the. See, I wouldn't want to do it that way, so we're not going to make you do it that way. Highlight the entire design, click on templates, click on magic templates, and you're done. See that? Perfect color separation, perfect size boxes. There's your first color, your second color, your third color, and your heat transfer vinyl cutout. So anytime you click on magic templates, it's a one click and color separation is done. All right, again, very easy. We want to make it as easy as possible for you guys. Now, sometimes we get a lot of grief that, hey, you built it off CorelDRAW. It's not a standalone program. Our software is a standalone program. We can send it directly to the cutter. So, again, we wanted to make it easier on all of you. So, because we sell let's say, the GCC cutters, the Roland cutters, the Graphtec cutters, we want to make it as easy as possible. Even the Silhouette Cameo. I know we have a lot of Silhouette Cameo users out there. Highlight the design. Again, your templates, create TRW magic templates. So, bam, there's our magic templates. Now watch what we can do. If we highlight this design, we go to our Export tab. Look, Cut Studio, Silhouette Connect, that's for the Silhouette Cameo. Great Cuts. That's for your different GCC cutters, the Expert 24, the Puma, and the Jaguar. And then Cutting Master 3 is your Graphtec. So if I have a Roland GX24, I click on Cut Studio and I hit Send a Cutter, it's ready to cut. So yeah, we're not a standalone program, but all I have to do now is hit the cut button. So you have one extra click with our software. You don't have to save it as an EPS file and then save it to the correct folder and then open Cut Studio and then import that EPS file. And then, I mean, again, we wanted to make it as easy as possible for you guys. So if it was a one template design like this, you're ready to cut it on your GX24. Highlight the design. You have Cut Studio selected. Hit Send a Cutter. And there it is. Ready to cut. You can just go ahead and start cutting. All right? Again, pretty simple, right? How many templates can you cut with the Cameo? Debbie, you can cut as many templates as you want. You just want to make sure you arrange it. So, for example, with the Cameo, you're going to use the 12-inch wide material. So it's just a matter of how you arrange it with your Cameo. Let me see if we actually have, I'm not sure if I have Silhouette Connect on this machine, but let me see. Nope. See at the bottom right there, it says Silhouette Connect not found. So if you don't have the Silhouette Connect software on your actual computer, the wizard's going to say, hey, why are you trying to cut to the Connect? You don't have it. But as soon as you install it, then it's going to pull it up just like it did Cut Studio. All right? All right, let's go to Design Prep. Show you something pretty cool here. So let me pull in a design here real quick, and let's see which one we can pull in. Let's pull in this one here. So this design right here, let me go ahead and ungroup it, and I'll show you what you're actually seeing back behind there. I'll just turn it black. So this is a baseball mom design that we have on our website. So again, you can change your colors around. Different ways you can change your colors. You can click on the brown here. You can select same color. You can change it to a red or whatever you want, a black or a turquoise. Then you can come over here, select this one, and click on it and change that to, let's say, a purple or a green, whatever you want. Well, again, we didn't want you to have to go back and forth with clicking, so you can highlight the entire design, go to the Design Prep tab, and process by color. So if I click process by color, I can go, hey, there's all my purple. What color do I want those purples? Hey, I want those to be jet black. Hit process by color again. What color do I want that baseball to be? You know what? I want it to be ruby maroon. Process by color. What color do I want my bats to be? I want them to be light topaz. Process by color, and you're done. So again, to save clicks, save you time, process it by color. You can change everything in your design. Even if you wanted to, you could add a black background, add a watermark, simulate the stones, and hit add there. And then what that's going to do is process a quick proof for you. I would have probably selected a different color background since I was using those stones right there. So you could change it to a different color background there. So see how it shows on the background there. And then it's all stone simulated there for you. All right, pretty simple with that. I know we're getting low on time, and I'm about 1/100th of the way through the different features with the wizard, but I wanted to get you at least a lot of the main things, and especially with the mock-ups, but I want to show you an awesome one here, and this is with the Rhinestone True Type fonts. So we just released a new Rhinestone True Type font today. And I want to show you how that works again. So baseball, and go to the fonts tab, and the font that we released today is the TRW04 Superscript Multi-Stone. So look at how sweet that typed out. It's a script font, it's all rhinestones, and if you look, you can see it's different stone sizes. So very easy, again, just to show you. I type out the word football, it's going to type out just like that. It's going to type out perfect. But with the wizard, what you can actually do is you can change it, and you can say, hey, I need to resize this, but I don't want them all to stay the same stone size. So whichever stone size you select is what the biggest stone size is going to be, and then whatever's underneath it will go to the next stone size down. So if you select 10s, it's going to be 10s and 6s. Watch. Select 10s, hit no, and it's done. Perfect circles. All the small ones are SS6s, all the big ones are SS10s. See how easy that is? Highlight this design, 9.1 inches, pretty good size design. Let's say we wanted to make it in emerald stones. We can highlight that design real quickly. We can go to our mock-ups, we can click on a tank top and simulate the stones. It's going to run through the design real quick for us again. Once it's done, it's going to drop it right there for us. So, stone simulated football on your tank top with the proof. But see how easy it is, especially with the Rhinestone True Type fonts, and how perfectly that font typed out. So, I mean, you can use basically anything you want. So if I deleted this one, watch this. I could do Mustangs. So I got Mustangs. Highlight the design. I can go to my fonts. I'm going to pick that same font. Look how sweet that types out. Not really any editing at all. Say your logo is the Eagles. Look how nice the Eagles types out right there. Click on your SS10s, hit no, you're ready to go and cut. And then awesome thing is what I would recommend is creating a template for each of these. So watch how easy this is. Highlight the design, go to templates, create magic templates, bam. There's your SS6s, there's your SS10s, you're done and ready to cut. So you just created a custom Eagles design for whatever school that is in a matter of 10 seconds with your templates color separated and ready to go. All right? Very awesome. So let's go. I want to show you one more thing, and one of the big things is, what if you want them all one size? Michelle asked real quick with the True Type font, what if you want them all one size? Now with that actual font, you can't, because it was actually made to be two stone sizes. If we had the word princess here real quick, and fonts, and I think a TRW, let's try TRW 60, I think is a script font. Now this one is made to be all one size. So if I type out the word football like this, this is all one size. It's our TRW 60. And Wizard, SS10s, replace stones, and it's done, set perfect for SS10 stones. So those are set all to be the same stone size. All right. All right, next we got it showed our export tab. Obviously, with our export, you can export as an AI, a PDF, a PNG, a JPEG, a EPS, a SVG, a CDR, or send a cutter. So all your different export features. Magic Weed. Magic Weed is very important as far as when you're doing sticky flock templates. So, for example, if you created a font, remember that font that I brought in earlier? You created a font, and one of the hardest parts it takes a long time just to get it stoned out like this and get it right. Well, another thing is let's say you created your own font. We have over, I think, 150 Rhinestone True Type fonts on our website now. But let's say you created one like this, and you want to make it your own sticky flock font, so you want to add boxes around each. Well, watch how easy this is. All you need to do is grab the box, draw it there, turn it to pink, send it to the back, arrange it here, highlight it, duplicate it here, bring it down here, bring this one down to the same to make sure they're lined up, send it to the back. I'm just kidding. That's the way we used to actually have to do it. But with the wizard, this is the way you're going to do it. Highlight it all. Under your Magic Weed, first thing you want to do is group the letters. I hit group letters. See how it turned them all different colors? Now that Q's grouped, the R's grouped, the S is grouped. So now they're grouped. The only ones that aren't going to group off the start are your lowercase I and J, or a question mark if you have it. So just highlight those two and group them because the spacing was a little bit too far apart. Now we're saying, hey, I want to cut sticky flock boxes out of this awesome font I just made. I'm using 12-inch material. It's 15 inches long, and I want the spacing between each square to be 0.02. I got my top margin and side margins set, and then what I want to do is probably hit this create button here, and bam, you're done. Perfect boxes. Honestly, the first probably 50 Rhinestone True Type, or the first 50 Rhinestone sticky flock fonts we made, like I was showing you there off the start, I had to draw an actual square around every single one of them. I just did that in a matter of 3 seconds as far as highlighting it and hitting click create. And now it's perfect boxes around every one. And the best part about it is it's ready to cut because you told it what size, so you don't even have to arrange them and move them all around to fit whatever size material you're working with. So let's say you got a nice big 24-inch cutter. You're working with the GCC Jaguar, so you have 24-inch in length, and you're using the Sticky Flock Plus, so you can maximize all that material, and then you can say, hey, create, bam, there you go. You don't have to arrange anything. It's done. Let's send it to the cutter because this is ready to go now. It's set perfect for my 24-inch material to maximize my space. Now, what you could do, and I would recommend, is say, hey, I use a lot of R's. I would bring this R over here, and I would bring this S over here and manage 2 extra letters in that cut. All right, makes sense? So that is a very, very, very brief overview of the TRW Stone Wizard. Does it make it double rotations? Jay asked, yes, you can make it so it's double rotations. So, for example, once you're here, and if you want it to be double rotations, you can go to your templates and just do your two plus magic cuts, and that's going to run it through. So like, say for example, this S right here, magic cuts, now it's 2 rotations. So again, it's 1 click, and these are actual 2 rotations now. Okay? All right, well, I want to thank all of you, obviously, for coming and seeing the overview. Obviously, the main purpose of this webinar wasn't necessarily to teach you how to use the wizard. We're going to have many webinars on that. I just wanted to show you some different features and what the wizard can do for you. And the best part about the wizard that I almost forgot again, because I see all of you are still here, is we didn't want to, honestly, I didn't want to write it. Nobody here wanted to write it. I didn't want to write a 200-page manual that's going to show you. Let's say, for example, you're working in the wizard. We got place and fill here, and you don't know what the island fill button does. I've never used it. I want to know what it does. Well, guess what? in most of the programs out there, this is one thing I can say no other program on the market has that's very unique to us, and it took a boatload of time to do it. You want to know what the island fill button does? You could do one thing. If you had a manual, you could open it up to chapter number 63, page 426, line 372, and read 7 paragraphs on what the island fill button does. Well, in the TRW Stone Wizard, not quite as hard. Go to the video tutorial tab. It's the exact same layout. Go to place and fill. Hey, look at that. There's islands. Wait, wasn't that the same place there? Yeah, in the wizard, there's islands. Video tutorials, there's islands. Let's click on that islands button. What's that going to possibly do for me? Well, what it's going to do, let me drag it. It's pulling up on our other screen here. There you go. So let's go ahead and switch this. There you go. You got a 2-minute and 19-second video of me telling you exactly how to use the island fill button, how to use it in your designs, and how it's going to help you with creating designs in the wizard. This is TRW 42, the island fill button. So every single button in our software has a dedicated video that's going to show you how to actually use it. There's all of our magic trap, fill between two stones, nudge object. So when you purchase the software, it's going to be by far, I promise, the easiest learning curve of any software you've ever had, because I have a video that teaches you every single button in the program. How many of you out there have, like, how many of you out there know what this button right here in CorelDRAW does, or this button right here in CorelDRAW? Well, how easy would it be to click on that button that pulls up a 2-minute video and will show you what it does? And that's what we did. So we wanted to make it as easy as possible, because I always say, whether you have a $100 program or a $5,000 program, your program is only worth as much as what you know and what you can do with it. So if you don't know how to work the program, it's worthless to you. We know that the only way your business is going to be successful is to get you a program that you're going to be able to use. It's user-friendly, and it'll go with your actual workflow. All right? So I know I went a little bit over time there. I definitely wanted to show you the video tutorials one. We're going to have some more videos. We plan on having about 3 to 5 webinars next week. So we will be running through some different webinars next week with some beginners, some intermediates, some advanced. Our goal is to have about 3 to 5 webinars every week, because we like being able to have all of you here. It looks like we did max out this class with 100 of you. And who knows? I mean, we're maxing out basically every class now. So eventually, we're probably going to have to up our subscription to 500 people, and once we get a lot of you in here, then we're going to have to probably do that, because we're filling up every class, which is awesome. We love being able to help you guys, but just wanted to thank you all again for coming today. Those of you who don't own the wizard and have any questions, you can give us a call. Number's 941-755-1696. Again, I'm going to pull this over here for you. I'll show you on our website. If you go to Shop Products and then you just go to Software, you'll see the TRW Stone Wizard version 2. That's the newest version, and it has the 2.08 on it. And this is going to, we actually sell CorelDRAW as well. So you can get it with CorelDRAW X7 or CorelDRAW X6. If you own a GCC, a Graphtec, or a Roland Cutter, I may want to recommend the X6 for you, because you can always upgrade it later to X7 or X8. But the X6 is all of the actual macros for the cut versions, like I was showing you with that Roland GX24 and sending it directly to your cutter. They haven't updated through X7 yet. The wizard works for X7, but all of the actual cutters and their macros haven't been updated to X7 yet, so they work in X5 and X6. All right? Any quick questions? I'm looking, I see Rudy and Mike and Dan are answering a lot of these questions and hopefully answering everything. Again, if you guys have any questions after the webinar, of course, give us a call. Just to let you know, with the Facebook page, we did just post on the Facebook page for that actual, for the TrueType font that I was showing you, the multi-stone one. And we're actually going to, after this webinar, we're going to post an auction. and it'll probably be within the next hour, and it's going to be for 62 sheets of the glitter heat transfer vinyl. And they're all sheets ranging anywhere from around 9 to 12 inches wide by 20 inches. And there are any that we may have cut a little bit too short at some point, and we've been building up stock for it, so we're actually going to do an auction on that. So once we get the auction ready and it's ready to go, then we'll get that posted on the Facebook page as well. But check out the Facebook page. Obviously, check out the YouTube channel. We have over, I think, 750 tutorial videos now that are going to help you guys out. And we'll be releasing the schedule through an email with the webinars for next week and how all those are going to go with the different topics and everything on it. I see a question here. I have the Cameo looking for CorelDRAW and the Wizard software. Do I need Silhouette Connect bundle pack? If you have the Cameo, the pack you would probably be looking at is right here, because Connect is not ready with X7 yet either. So this will get you the TRW Stone Wizard version 2, the full graphic suite of CorelDRAW X6, and then the Silhouette Connect. The Silhouette does not come with the Connect software. It comes with Silhouette Studio. What most people already have is they upgrade to the Designer Edition. You don't need either of those once you have this bundle pack. So Designer Edition basically gone. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay, Gia said, I don't have either getting ready to buy, so do I buy X6 because X6, the reason why I was recommending X6, Gia, is X6 is for what you guys are going to do and what we do with the Wizard and everything. X6 is going to do what you need. You aren't going to really see a big difference in X7 other than with the price, of course. So it's going to be less expensive than the Wizard with X7, which is obviously, I think you save $100 or let's see, $569 is the Wizard with X6 and $669. So yeah, you save $100, and then you can always, when X8 comes out, the thing is X8, you can always upgrade 2 versions of Corel. So you get X6 now. When X8 comes out, you can actually skip X7 and upgrade to X8 whenever. And X7 just came out, so X8 will be down the road, probably a year or 2 years, depending on how quickly they get that out. But X7 was just released a few months ago. Ingrid, if you get the full version, yes, the TRW Stone Wizard is built off CorelDRAW. So you would need CorelDRAW X5, X6, or X7 to run the Wizard. Any of the latest 3 versions. Christy, Silhouette Connect. Silhouette Connect is completely different. What it does is it talks with CorelDRAW. So, for example, with this design here, let's say I have just a circle. If I had Connect on this software or on this computer, it would do the exact same thing. So if I went here and I clicked on, let's say, Connect and hit Send to Cutter, it would pull Silhouette Connect up, and you could cut directly to your Silhouette Cameo. So you wouldn't need Designer Edition at all anymore. You would do all of your designing in CorelDRAW and the TRW Stone Wizard, and then you would send it to your cutter or send it to your Cameo or portrait directly from here. Gary asked if it is compatible with, yes, Gary, it is compatible with X5. Okay, I know I see a lot of you still throwing some questions out. I know I'm missing a lot of these questions. Hopefully Rudy, Dan, and Mike are able to answer some of them that I'm missing. Yes, Christy, if Christy asked, she already owns the TRW Stone Wizard. Can she buy Connect separately? So when you're on software and macros here, you can go right here, Silhouette Connect software. Very inexpensive. It's $34, Christy, $34.99, and then you're good to go if you already have the Wizard and CorelDRAW. Just make sure you don't have CorelDRAW X7, because Connect is not compatible with X7 yet. But we don't know exactly when it's going to be out. It will eventually, but we're kind of tied down by when they release it. All right, perfect. Well, again, thank you all very, very much for coming. If you do have any questions, again, please give us a call at the office. It's 941-755-1696. Definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you do subscribe to the channel, then every time we release a new video, it will go ahead and alert you so you don't miss any of them. We do a ton of giveaways with the videos as well. Check out the Facebook page. Do a ton of giveaways with Facebook, with Twitter, with Instagram. So check all those out. But hopefully all of the videos, the webinars, everything help you guys out, because like I said, if you build your business, then it's building TRW as well. So we appreciate that. That's why we try to share as much information as we can. Had a quick question. I see getting Wizard and CorelDRAW now to use with Cameo, but would like to update to larger cutter down the road. What cutters will implement the same software? The cutters that we have available with the Wizard right now, as you can see, is we have all of your largest brand cutters. I mean, we have the Roland GX24, we have the Silhouette Portrait and the Silhouette Cameo with Connect. Great Cuts is your GCC Expert 24, your Puma 3, and your Jaguar 4. And then CM3, that's Cutting Master 3. That's with your GraphTech CE 6040 and your GraphTech CE 6060, which is the 24-inch. So hopefully that answered your question as far as which cutters. Now, that doesn't mean if you have a different cutter that the program won't work. The only difference is you would just have to save the file as whatever type of file that you bring into the cutter that you have, and then just open it. So it's just a little bit, it may take 2 minutes longer to get it over to your actual cutting software than if you were to use the Wizard with the cutters that are available. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you again all very much for coming. If you do have any questions, please call us, please email us. We're here to help you. And check out, we will be releasing probably on Monday our schedule for next week with the webinars, so definitely check those out. But thank you again very, very much. We appreciate you guys taking time out of your day. Thank Rudy and Mike and Sammy for answering all your questions. And again, if you have any questions, give us a call. Number is 941-755-1696. This is Matt with the rhinestoneworld.com, and you guys all have a great day.